Hello everyone and welcome to the Distinct Mastering YouTube channel. My name is Freddie. Today, by special request, we're going to get into Ableton Live's 12.1 advanced browser tips. I'm going to get into some of the tips and tricks that I've been doing while using this new browser, and I've been spending time organizing my sounds the past couple months, and I'm going to give you an inside look. Also, for the members only section that we just recently launched, I'm going to be going more in depth on the members only content. So if you want to be a member, make sure to check out the links to YouTube and Patreon down below. The Patreon creator access tier will give you even more bonus content, including samples, presets, etc. If you like the music that's playing in the background, it's a new one on our label, NOS Recordings. Make sure you go check that out. Links are down below. And now let's get right into the video. Okay, just a little backstory. I've spent the last couple months since getting Ableton 12 basically slowly organizing and tagging all of my sounds. I've been fully exploring the browser. I've been creating some of my own tags and sections that I will share with you in the members only section. So make sure to sign up to be a member if you want the inside look. But this video, I'm going to go over all of the advanced details. This was by special request, who's a member and supporter of this channel, Bo Scott, also a Distinct Mastering client. Thank you very much. So without further ado, let's get into my Ableton and talk all about the Ableton browser. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick little tour. I'm using Ableton 12.1, and as you can see, there is this new auto tag feature, which is pretty handy, but it's not always accurate. So if you want to let Ableton auto tag your stuff, just turn this on. It's on by default, but you can turn it off and it will stop auto tagging your stuff. Now, the difference between the auto tag will be the blue ones, and then when you personally manually tag them, they will be yellow. So the first thing I want to talk about, I obviously made an old Ableton video that went over this when 12 came out, and I was exploring all the new features. I'll leave you a link to that in the description. In the meantime, though, let's just kind of rehash some of these things. In older Ableton videos, which I'll also leave you links to those below, I talked about collections. And I use collections to organize plugins. I have them broken down into different categories, including tools, instruments, EQs, dynamics, effects. And then I sorted all my UAD plugins into one collection because it was an easy way to see what I owned. And then I have a section of things that I own that I may not know how to use or have studied the manual or just really explored. And that's a section for that. So to just add a color or a category, I should say, just right click on something and you can select what categories you want it to be in, or you can clear all of them. The next thing that I want to talk about is the library, and there's a little edit button here. So with this whole hierarchy, you can turn things on and off. See, I have tunings turned off because I don't often use that. And it might be something that you just don't want to see certain things. Now, I'm going to get into these saved searches and show you how to do that in the members only area because this is another thing that I'm exploring. But in the meantime, if you just want to turn that off and clean up your list, you can do so. And you can have a bunch of saved searches and hide them that way too. So saved searches is something I'm going to get further in depth in the members only area. But if you've got stuff that you're not actively using, you might consider hiding it. Now, below that, we have the places. I have lots of different folders that I've added to my places by doing this. I have an active library that I work out of. I have a MIDI clips folder, presets, my main sample packs, some of my own Ableton racks that I've created. This is a bunch of patches and presets that I've saved over the years that are other people's third parties and some of mine as well. But I normally keep these within the VST or the synth. And this is kind of just like a backup set. This is sounds.com, which is like a splice, but that doesn't exist anymore. My splice and my loop cloud. I have a references folder for references I frequently pull. And then this is the full library where these reside. And this is my production drive. And then I have a NOS sample packs folder. So if I wanted to just move this here, I can do so just like that. And I can keep my library organized as I see fit this way and quickly get into folders. Now, this is nothing new. This was in the old Ableton. So this is kind of the old way of working. But in this new window, this area, this whole filtering system is what's really new. Now, you can right click here and you can select what filters you want to see. So if you want to turn some of these off, maybe you know, the creator is not that necessary to you. So you could turn that off and you could just turn them all back on just like that. Now there's an edit button here to open up this side of the window where you can actually tag things. Now I'm just gonna go into some of these packs here that I have. And as you can see, I've sampled some drums here. So the Ableton auto tag has activated and you can see it's tagged this is one shot and it's tagged it as a kick, which is correct, but it also has a hi-hat, so it didn't really catch that. But it's not a solo hi-hat, so I wouldn't tag it like that. Now I'm going to get in depth into my tagging system in the members only area because I've created some of my own tags and just talk about structure and how you can quickly create more tags based on your needs and your library type. And it will just help you find things faster or find things in your library you might not know you had. And so just if I wanted to tag something on my own, I can just hit one shot. And now that it's yellow, I've tagged that on my own. And that's all you have to do. So what I was basically doing was just keeping track of where I was at and every day just going through a couple folders in a pack and try to focus on getting the main sample pack folder done. And then what I need to do is I need to work on some of the other folders. Now Splice and Loop Cloud kind of have their own filtering, but I got to admit, it's really nice being all in Ableton. It's nice not to have to go outside to those other programs, but I'm used to going to those other programs, so those are going to probably be my last resort. Now, the next thing I've been getting more into is saved searches, and once again, I'm going to teach you how to do that in the members only section, and I'm going to talk about more organization strategies and get more in depth into that video. Now, another thing I want to bring up is just basically how some of this can work. So if you take a look at, say, these claps, like you could see that I went through and tagged these. So I tagged it one shot, I tagged it clap. And what I can then do is I can actually start searching my library. So if I want, I can hit Command F and it's going to bring up just the bar blank. And if I want to look for a clap, boom, I've got claps. If I want to look for a kick, boom, I've got kicks. And so it makes it really easy to start finding sounds. And if you really get into tagging with the characters, which I haven't done too much, it really starts to get really cool because then you can find sounds that you might not normally be using. And then another thing that I want to mention, when you are dropping sounds in, notice that I sampled this and you can then use this hot swap similar search and you can search for sounds that are similar in your library to maybe a kick that you've sampled from someone else. And last but not least, I want to talk about the relevance. So if I'm in a pack, I can use this to find things that are similar. And then you can see how much you're actually using these right here. And then I can clear that. And once again, if I just want to look for a kick, you know, it starts showing you all this stuff. So I hope you found this helpful. If you do, please consider following this channel. The subscribe button will help you do that. Hitting that bell notification will keep you up to date on future videos. And drop me a comment down below. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate your support. If you like the music, once again, that's playing in the background, it's a new one on our record label, Nos Recordings. Please support that as well. Check it out. Erick Diaz, I'll be waiting. And in the meantime, my name is Freddie from Distinct Mastering. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for watching this channel, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.